want it. So what we're talking about is an interactive voice response call capture system, or in short we call it an IVR. And so the call capture technology, the phone numbers of anybody that calls into it are automatically captured. It can be combined with a name and address lookup to provide a real-time database of leads. The service that I use, I'm pretty sure they're based out of Texas. I've been using Arch Telecom now for about 15 years plus. It's extremely reliable. It's very, very affordable. Because it's an 800 number, you're billed based on the number of incoming calls because they're toll-free. There's a base rate that you pay. I think I pay something like $30 a month to have the service. And then depending on how many calls I get will determine my monthly bill. So your best problem is that you have a $300 bill that month, right? Yeah, that would be a good problem because you're getting a lot of calls. Yes? Most of the time, in some cases, no. In some cases, you're not going to get that. Right. Yes?
The technologies on a 800 number that allow you to break that. I mean, if you call into like a 925 area code number with a block number, it's harder to do, but I've read basically with 800 numbers there's ways to basically do that aren't on like regular area code numbers.
Most of the time I'm getting phone numbers, and a lot of the time I'm getting names and addresses along with that. Sometimes I only get phone numbers and nothing else. But most of the time I always get a phone number, and it's probably because of the technology they're using. It's great when you get names and addresses too, but that doesn't always happen. So you can play multiple recorded messages. So like I explained a minute ago, when they call the main number, that's your master greeting. So that would be, you would have a message there that would be a little more generic. Maybe it's a welcome to my 24-hour hotline. Thank you for calling. We have 18 properties listed for sale this week. If you hit 401, you get 23 Main Street. 402 is whatever. And that's kind of like your traffic cop tells them where to go from there. The other thing you can do is you can upload documents into the service, and it's also a fax on demand feature as well. So for any of you people here in real estate, do you get frustrated when your flyer boxes are empty and you have to go upload flyers and do all of that? I stopped using flyer boxes a long time ago and replaced it with the 800 service, because essentially the recording that they're getting over the phone is the flyer. So why bother with the flyer, and wouldn't you rather capture their information anyway? If they pull the flyer out of the flyer box, what do I get? An empty flyer box. I have no way of following up with them. So what I like about that is when I report to my owner about what's going on with their real estate and the marketing level, I bring in a copy of this report into the meeting, and I can show them what's working and what's not working. So not only for my own benefit, but also for your customer and client. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, and the other, major benefit is it's real-time reporting. If someone were to call my 800 right now, I'm going to get a notification on my email account, as well as my text message on my cell phone is going to go off just like that. So if you choose to respond right away, you're able to through that notification. Everything's based on the internet with this service. You can go online 24/7 and check your web reports for each of your marketing campaigns. And then you can also fine-tune which marketing medium is working for you. I stopped advertising in certain magazines for my real estate because it just didn't have the return on investment. And so when I'm trying to tell a seller the reason it's not over here and we're doing more over here, it's all documented. I have a track record of where it's effective to advertise and where it's not. This is hard to read, I know, but this is just a sample of the web-based tracking report. You're going to see the date and time, the calling number, the city and state, the extension or source code that they called from. If they left a voicemail, they can, yes?
So Pete, just for the benefit of everybody, just not real estate people, but whatever businesses you have with your clients, this information is great because it helps you out, but you can go back to your clients that are paying you to do something for them and prove to them what the response is.
That's right, right. It is. It's confirmation that things are working or not working. It's also confirmation that maybe there's something else about what it is that you're trying to sell needs to be adjusted. In my case, 9 times out of 10, it's the price of the product. The asking price is too high. You meet with them every 3 weeks with all your tracking and your reporting. You can prove to them that you're marketing the property and you're getting response, but nobody's biting. It's typically because it's priced out of the market. That's not only good when you have to prove that to a client, but wouldn't you want to know that about your own products and services? Right? Wouldn't you want to know how to do price discovery? This is a great tool to do that with. So you can see over here, I do get names and addresses. If they can actually leave a voicemail message and it's digitized and it actually lands on my email, so I can log on 24/7 either to the web portal or just play it on my email and listen to what they have to say and respond back. Arch Telecom is one of the services. The name of the service I use is called Powerline. And Powerline, I think, is more geared towards real estate. They have other versions of their IVR for different businesses and services. But one thing I wanted you to know is that they have ancillary services that you can take advantage of to help automate this. And you can have your own virtual assistant through Arch Telecom. So you can hire them to do your call coordinating. And that'll ensure that every lead that comes through your Powerline system is going to be contacted within that 15 minutes or sooner. And if you give them the list of questions to ask, they can ask those leading questions to see if that's a qualified lead or not. I would much rather take the time and effort to make a return phone call myself after somebody has screened that prospect. Because I have experimented a lot over the years in using the system. And I have called right away when it goes off on my cell phone. And a lot of times I'm talking to people that are just unqualified. So I would strongly consider, taking a look at the call coordinator function to elevate the status of those leads into only the ones that are worth spending time on. So the other thing is they have assistant services. So if all of this is like too much for you to do, you don't have the time, energy, or it's over the top, you just don't want to cope with setting it up, you can have Arch Telecom set it up for you.